This is Clarence Hill and Charean Williams coming to you from London. We're at Alliance Field, home of Charean, a rugby team where the Cowboys are having practice in advance of their game on Sunday at Wembley Stadium against the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, I think, Chill. We're getting a little taste of London here and a little taste of rugby a little bit, and the field looks pretty nice. They even brought in the NFL goalpost for Dan Bailey specifically to be able to kick on the goalpost, and but everything's really nice around here. A little cool for the Cowboys. I don't know if they're used to this chilly weather yet, but they have all week to get used to that.
Now, Charean is a warrior, okay? Think of Indiana Jones, the series, when one of those warriors in which he shot in one of the great iconic photos during one of the Indiana Jones series. But Charean is a warrior. They have a great rugby club here. But we're here to talk about the Cowboys, that football club. Tony Romo did not practice today. The Cowboys hope he'll get back on the practice field tomorrow in advance of playing his Sunday's game against the Jaguars.
Yeah, I actually stayed back at the hotel to seek treatment. He was supposed to speak today. He won't speak today. They hope tomorrow he will be at practice, and they hope he gets a practice in, and we'll see what happens. But it's all going to depend on how he feels, how he can function, how much pain he's in tomorrow, whether he practices or not. But I think tomorrow's a huge day. If he practices, obviously I think he plays. If he doesn't practice, I think there's a huge question mark.
Right, and they need him back. You know, the Cowboys had hoped to have the luxury of not playing him, sitting out another week, because next week they have the bye week in advance of next week's the November 23rd game against the New York Giants, when they will come back and try to have the final push to the playoffs. But they're coming off a 2-game losing streak. They need to get this win and get to 7-3 before the bye. They need Tony Romo back on the field.
Yeah, and DeMarco Murray's a little bit of concern now too. Has a fractured right pinky finger, and that's the hand he carries the ball in, and so it's going to be a little tougher for him. And we know his fumble history this season, 5 lost fumbles, so that's a little bit of a concern. It's in a splint. We'll see what they're going to do with that on Sunday to get him out there and get him holding the ball properly.
No, he has to wrap it up, hold it tight. You got that pinky finger out there. It can get banged up, bandaged, and and everything else. In a football game, and certainly in those scrums, because he does get those dirty yards in those scrums. He always likes to fight for extra yards, so it is a huge issue going into the game. Defensively, they will be without Tyrone Crawford, defensive tackle, with a sprained MCL. Look for Henry Milton to start in his place. Henry Milton has come on the last few games with a lot of sacks, so he's ready to go. Rolando McClain did not practice, but he should play Sunday.
And the good news for him is they got Doug Free back at right tackle, Ron Leary back at left guard, so they're looking better in the offensive line. That was not as good as it has been the last 2 weeks without those guys in the lineup, and now it looks like they will play on Sunday, so the offensive line will be set, whether it's Brandon Whedon or Tony Romo, and I think the Cowboys all hope it's Tony Romo.
When in London, do as the Londoners. We're all about rugby today. It's a rugby football, a rugby ball, not a football, a rugby ball. You don't pass it much, but you can kick it, and Charean has a nice hat on.
Talking Cowboys, Charean Williams with Clarence Hill.